I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it. What's going on, y'all? This is Terrance. I want to welcome you to another edition of Terrance Hill TV, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Today, we're taking it back to 2003. Yes, we're going to check out a song by one of my favorite MCs, man. I think he's incredible. When people start talking about Southern rappers, I have him like as one of the top guys, and I am referring to Chris Bridges, better known as Ludacris. We're going to check out a song off of his Chicken and Beer album. We're going to check out the song called Diamond in the Back. Before we get into Luda's video, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell as well to be notified whenever new content is uploaded. Check out the community section where you can check out some polls and some, just fun, friendly debates, nothing too serious. So definitely, chime in, let your opinions be heard there. But right now, it is all about Ludacris. Luda, Diamond in the Back. Let's check it out.
Yo, Chris, can you come out to play? What I tell you about yelling out my window? Hey, come out to play or not? When I finish practicing my rhyme. Oh, man, come on, man. You know you want to come outside. Man, you can't rhyme anyway. Shut up, little Jeff. You ain't my manager. Well, thanks for nothing.
Thanks to white walls, TV antennas in the back. I want a diamond in the back. I want a sun. I want a big in the scene with a gangster lean. I want a diamond in the back. I want a sun. I want a big in the scene with a gangster lean. I want a diamond in the back. I want a sun. I want a big in the scene with a gangster lean. I want a diamond in the back. And I want a sun. I want a big in the scene with a gangster lean.
It's hard growing up looking at drug dealers with all this paper, wondering how I can get me some. My family's struggling, I'm bugging, sitting on my porch so confused, chewing on some bubble gum. I was always taught to use my manners with the misses, but please stay away from the hoops and snitches. And I always reach for the sky.
Okay. He says it's hard growing up looking at drug dealers with all this paper, wondering how I can get me some. Facts. You grow up in the hood, you see the guys that's, pimping or hustling or drug dealing. They got the money, the jewels and everything else. And, someone that a lot of, guys looked up to back in the day. He says, wonder how I can get me some. My family's struggling. I'm bugging. Sitting on my porch, so confused, chewing on some bubble gum. I was always taught to use my manners with the misses, but please stay away from the hoes and snitches. Facts.
Use my manners with the misses, but please stay away from the hoops and snitches. And I always reach for the sky. I don't know why. I'm a little bitty kid with a whole bunch of gangster wish. When I grow up, you just wait. I'm gonna be so straight and everything's gonna be so marvelous. No more borrowing from the neighbors, no more haters, no blowing Nintendo cartridges.
I like that bar. He says, and I always reach for the sky. I don't know why. I'm a little bitty kid with a whole bunch of gangster wishes. When I grow up, you just wait. I'm going to be straight and everything is going to be so marvelous. No more borrowing from the neighbors, no more haters, no blowing Nintendo cartridges.
Probably the only thing he got wrong was no more haters, because you're definitely going to have the haters, especially, the more success that you have. But facts, he says everything's going to be so marvelous, no more borrowing from the neighbors. Back in the day, you knock on somebody's door, want to borrow some sugar, borrow salt, pepper, whatever people used to ask for back in the day. And then he says no more blowing Nintendo cartridges. Okay. Yeah, facts, because we're using other, what's the stuff the kids got now? They put the gargles on, and my little godson has that stuff and play basketball and box. It looks so real with it on.
No more borrowing from the neighbors, no more haters, no blowing Nintendo cartridges. I'ma have it made in the shade. I'ma be so paid in my fam, get them off them pain and pills. Matter of fact, I'm teaming my way on up out this hood. I'll be good when I ditch these training wheels. I wanna.
Okay. All right. He says, I'm gonna have it made in the shade. I'm gonna be so paid, and my family get them off from the pain and pills. Matter of fact, I'm scheming my way up out this hood. I'm gonna be good when I ditch these training wheels. Okay.
I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster. I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster. I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster. I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
I'm sick and tired of riding public transportation, impatient, waiting on my set of wheels.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. He says, I'm sick and tired of riding public transportation, impatient, waiting on my set of wheels. I mean, especially you grew up in the A, MARTA, you get a train card, riding the bus and all that kind of stuff. He says, I'm sick and tired of riding public transportation, impatient, waiting on my set of wheels. Okay. Hey, man, we couldn't wait. I mean, I got a car when I'm talking about the day I turned 16, I had a car.
I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
I'm sick and tired of riding public transportation, impatient, waiting on my set of wheels. I'm willing to do what it takes, whatever the stakes, in order to get myself some dollar bills. It's too many holes in my socks, and I'm ready to box anyone telling me I need better shoes.
That's his daughter. What's her name? Karma, because he rapped about her. But yeah, she looks just like him.
Some dollar bills. It's too many holes in my socks, and I'm ready to box anyone telling me I need better shoes. And I ain't the only one tripping or making a fuss. My older cousin needs some cheddar too. He think about coming up on the lick to get it. He'll get involved at local.
So his cousin thinking about coming up on the lick and get it quick. It involves that local corner store. Okay. In other words, his cousin about to take it somewhere he shouldn't be taking it.
Plus, my older cousin needs some cheddar too. He think about coming up on the lick to get it. He'll get involved at local. I overheard him say he knew who worked there, and whatever they do, don't let the owner know. I hope he come back with enough to let me borrow some change, at least for the summer. And if he don't let me borrow nothing but ask me what I want, I'ma tell him I wanna
dig in the scene with a gangster. I wanna
Man, the whole city came out for Luda. Got Bruce, Lil Duval.
I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
David Banner.
I wanna could use a sun. I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster. I wanna sun. I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
3-6 Mafia. Look at Lil Duval. He's tripping, man. Got that banana. He's there wilding out.
Why can't I walk with a limp mama? Won't be no drama, for goodness sakes, I'm just a kid. Had to get my whoopings and foes. I was just a pro, like there's no remorse for what I did. Gotta learn the hard way when running them streets, how some creep really.
Bobby Valentino.
My whoopings and foes. I was just a pro, like there's no remorse for what I did. Gotta learn the hard way when running them streets, how some creep really just to eat a meal. I could have swore it was mine. What I used to tell the popo when I loved her.
He says, got to learn the hard way when running them streets how some creep really just to eat a meal. I could have swore it was mine, what I used to tell the popo. In other words, damn well it ain't his, but he used to tell him that. All right, when I love to rob and steal. All right, man, I got to earn for a living. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. Find something I love to do. Okay. 3-6 Mafia. It's Shauna's in this video too. And Shauna is an incredible MC, man. She I love her. I love Rodiga. A lot of times people always give the credit and praise, and rightfully so, to Lil Kim, Foxy, Nicki, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott. But people like Shauna and Rodiga, they don't get enough credit. And then there's one female MC who, in my opinion, is top 5. She definitely doesn't get the credit that she deserves. And when people make these lists about female MCs and her name is never on there, it infuriates me. And that's Jean Grey. Jean Grey is incredible, man. I know she didn't necessarily have like a lot of commercial music, but I'm telling you, man, Shauna, not Shauna, well, Shauna too, but Jean Grey is a beast on the mic.
Just a kid. Had to get my whoopings and foes. I was just a pro, like there's no remorse for what I did. Gotta learn the hard way when running them streets, how some creep really just to eat a meal. I could have swore it was mine, what I used to tell the popo when I loved her. Man, I gotta earn for a living. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. Find something I love to do. What about that? It's good tipping, tax free, and I know a lot of people that love this.
Hear the ad lib when he says I could have swore it was mine while you sell the popo when I love to rob and steal. Man, I gotta earn for a living. Anybody giving me nothing. Find something I love to do. I like that bar right there. What about that pimping is good tipping, tax free? And I know a lot of people that love to screw. And if you listen to the ad lib, you can hear a woman saying, So I love that line. Fire, man. If you kind of listen to ad libs, people be wilding, man. Especially Snoop. I'm not even gonna repeat that. Anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone.
The popo when I love her. Man, I gotta earn for a living. Ain't nobody giving me nothing. Find something I love to do. What about that? It's good tipping, tax free, and I know a lot of people that love this. Yeah, it's just the way of the world. With boys and girls, I'm adjusting the mind by me. This government's cheating us, so I'll cheat them back. Why can't work feel like retirement? I wanna
dig in the scene with a gangster.
Could use a show on a
Dig in the scene with a gangster.
I wish I had a
I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
Lil Duval is wilding out, man. Can't trip, man.
Dig in the scene with a gangster.
I wish I had a
I wanna dig in the scene with a gangster.
and I wanna
dig in the scene with a gangster.
Always deadly with the pen, great lyricist, and I love him being a part of Fast and Furious. Like I love the franchise. I just kind of hate it took him away from music a little bit because we just haven't really gotten a lot of albums from Luda over the years. But salute the Ludacris, man, great MC, and probably it's so many people, so I don't want to be disrespectful because it's so many people. Scarface, and so many MCs, Rakim, and a lot of people like that. So I can't go so far and say top 10, but he's definitely a top 20, top 15 to 20 rapper, in my opinion. Before we get out of here, those who want to follow me, all the social media sites, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, X, formerly known as Twitter, and TikTok, all at I'm in the Hills. Those who want to donate to our efforts, the Cash App and Venmo, or both, I'm in the Hills. Also, you can send a super chat. And those that want to check out my 2 websites. You can check out www.doubleetv.com. That's with 2 E's. That stands for Epic Elevate the Vision. And also www.terrancehill.com as well. Connect with me on all social media sites. I really appreciate you guys for tuning into this edition of Terrance Hill TV. Again, presented to you by WTV over the digital airways of YouTube. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well to be notified whenever new content is uploaded. Check out the community section. And lastly, those who want to donate to our efforts, you can send a Cash App or Venmo, both to I'm in the Hills, or send a super chat. Leave a comment in the comment section. What is your favorite song off of Chicken and Beer with Ludacris? For me, probably Splash Waterfalls, Blow It Out, and this one would probably be my top 3. I don't know which order I would necessarily put them in, but yeah, Chicken and Beer, man, it's incredible. Oh yeah, Holes in My Room with Snoop Dogg. That's one of my favorites too. And I think I haven't been there, but I think he has like a couple chicken and beer restaurants as well. So if they're still open next time I'm in the A, I gotta check that out. But salute to Chris Bridges, aka Ludacris, and I really appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. Take care.
I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I'm so high with no edibles. You ask how does it feel? It's incredible. And now I'm standing on my pedestal. Y'all got no morals, y'all unethical. I got a baby face, call it.